Cats are telling us different things depending on the noise they make. From chirps to meows to purrs, cats make an amazing range of noises. For the most part, cats meow or growl as a way to communicate with other animals or humans. Let's check out 7 sounds cats make and what they mean. Number 7. Meow. Cats and humans can be very much alike, but perhaps we haven't dedicated enough time on getting to know them better and becoming aware of this. Already in ancient Egypt, the quintessential sound of a cat was meow, which means cat. This sound can last between a fraction of a second and various seconds, and cats produce it by opening their mouths and then gradually closing it again. In some cases, the meowing can begin or end with another sound, such as a trill or a grunt. There is no specific meaning. It can serve to call attention to something in its surroundings, making it possible for us to understand the cat's message. A meow near a closed door may indicate the cat wants to go out, and one near an empty feeder that the cat is hungry. It is believed that most meows are random sounds which the cat learns to use to communicate with the people around, so that each household with a cat has its own glossary of meows for food, caressing, playing, attention, etc. Did you know that adult cats use meows mainly to communicate with people and almost never with other cats? Although they do not have a specific meaning, meows can transmit information about the emotional state of the cat and the urgency of its message. Generally speaking, the more intense the emotion, the stronger the meow. In situations which are unpleasant for cats, such as suddenly being combed or being in an unknown place, or in the vet's waiting room, cats emit long, guttural meows which are very intense and in a low pitch. On the other hand, when cats feel comfortable, such as when they are being fed or are looking for physical contact with their owner, the meows are shorter and more high-pitched and with a rising intonation. Did you know that deaf cats emit especially intense and noisy meows? A longer, more plaintive meow can indicate worry, annoyance, or objection to something. This version will often have a throatier quality to it, almost as if she is saying, "Oh, come on." And incessant meowing could indicate illness or injury. If you suspect this, consider a trip to the vet's office. Number 6. Distress call. Kittens who are less than 1 month old emit a distress call which sounds like a very high-pitched meow and serves to warn their mother of an emergency situation. The calls of a kitten which is cold are very high-pitched, especially during the first 4 weeks of their lives when kittens do not yet regulate their body temperature. Those of a kitten which is left alone are especially loud, and those of a kitten trapped somewhere, for instance under its mother, are long-lasting. Cats understand each of these distress calls to perfection and react accordingly. Deaf cats cannot hear the distress calls of their kittens and may not realize they are in danger. This is why people say they do not make good mothers. Number 5. Purring. This is a low and rhythmic sound that a cat emits without opening its mouth. Kittens make it while they are being breastfed, while grown-up cats produce it in many pleasant situations. For example, during contact with another cat or a human, or while the cat is rubbing itself against an object or kneading a blanket. Yet cats do also purr in circumstances which can hardly be considered pleasant, like during a visit to the vet, when they are ill or in pain, during delivery, or even when they are on the brink of death. It is therefore most likely that purring expresses an intense emotion, whether pleasant or not, and serves to stimulate the attention and contact of another individual. In this sense, it can be compared to the smile of a human, which can express happiness, but also a state of discomfort or pain in which the individual seeks the help of others. Cats purr for some good or bad reasons. Although it's another common cat noise, there's something mysterious about the purr. The low rumbling sound so associated with happy cats has a variety of meanings and purposes too. Mother cats purr to attract kittens, which are born blind and deaf, as noted in Cat Behavior Associates. The vibrations from this rumbly sound lead kittens to snuggle next to mom for warmth and food. Later on in life, cats may purr when they're happy, anxious, or sick, as further noted by Cat Behavior Associates. Cats have even been known to purr in an attempt to soothe themselves or someone else, including humans. But there is a communication angle to purring as well. In fact, a certain type of purr has similar frequency peaks to the cry of an infant, according to Karen McComb's study, the cry embedded with the purr. This may show that cats are purring in a very specific way to manipulate people, most likely for a can of cat food. Number 4. Trill. Chirps, trills, and chirps. Learned in kittenhood. These bird-like utterances are slightly more declarative than a meow. Originally used by mothers to tell kittens to pay attention and follow her, your cat may chirp in an effort to get you to pay attention to her, or as a way to get you to check out something she deems important. Chirps and squeaky little trills might also happen when a cat is excited and happy. This is a sound in between meow and purr, characterized by an ascending tone and lasting less than a second. Cats produce it without opening their mouth. It is one of the sounds that mothers and kittens exchange, but it can also be used by adult cats to friendly greet other cats or humans. Number 3. Howl and yowl. These are threatening noises which sound like endless meowing. They are characterized by a high pitch and very high volume. Such intense threatening serves to avoid direct fighting between cats. There is no mistaking the intent of a cat's hiss. Sounding like of a steak sizzling on the grill, it means your cat feels threatened and is ready to fight if need be. A big, goofy dog who gets too chummy with your feline is sure to provoke a hiss and perhaps more. Along with the threatening sound comes a change in a cat's body language, including an arched back, puffed hair, twitchy tail, flattened ears, and an open mouth, fangs ready to strike. Spitting can also occur with a hiss. When your cat takes on this serpent-like guise, back off and do what you can to remove the perceived threat. Hissing depends very much upon the individual cat's perception and level of comfort. Some friendly, outgoing felines might hardly ever hiss, while a more shy, reserved cat will resort to it whenever unsure of a situation. Abused, stray, or feral cats are much more likely to go into hissing mode than is a well-adjusted sociable pet. Number 2. Scream or screech of pain. This is a sudden, high-pitched sound, very loud, which cats emit when they have hurt themselves. This scream also signals the end of mating. If the unspayed female is outdoors, her catwalling will draw in a male, whereupon mating will surely occur. She will assume a head-down, rear-up position, called lordosis, while the male bites her neck and begins the mating process. When removed, the male's barbed penis evidently creates pain for the female, causing her to emit a blood-curdling scream. The moral here? Have your cat sterilized. Cats, in the midst of a fight, may also scream. These primeval shrieks often come after a long, ominous yowl and usually punctuate a climactic paw swat or vicious bite. Whole cats are more likely to fight, though even fixed pets will actively defend their territories. To avoid fighting injuries to your cat, consider keeping her indoors. Number 1. Chatter. This sound is difficult to describe but impossible to forget once you've heard it. It is a sequence of high-pitched sounds which a cat emits while at the same time its jaw is trembling. The typical situation in which a cat emits this sound is when it has fixed its stare on a prey and there is a barrier in between. It signals a state of strong excitement and possibly frustration for not being able to reach it. You might have heard your cat chatter her teeth while longingly staring out a window at a sparrow or squirrel in a tree. Sometimes accompanied by a chirp, squeak, or faint cry, the chatter is thought to be an indicator of a cat's predatory excitement and of her stress at not being able to get to the prize. Some claim the chatter is actually a mimicked bird or rodent call, but this is anecdotal at best, as the hunting prowess of cats is dependent on silence and stealth. When your cat spies a bird outside the window, he might make a distinctive chattering noise at it, all the while vibrating his lower jaw super fast. What's the reason for this response other than being very cute? The cat chattering noise may point to frustration, excitement, or even an attempt to mimic the bird's natural noises, according to Cat Health. Whatever the reason, it means your feline desperately wants to attack that bird. Thank goodness for the window pane. Do let us know in the comments which sound your cat makes the most. Please subscribe to the All Cats. Thanks for watching.